Good afternoon. I'm very pleased today to be here, joined by Saeed, who's come all the way from Sydney to be with us here in Shanghai. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, you are the CEO of Innovation Drive. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this project?
Innovation Drive helps everyday inventors to bring their physical product ideas to market through our program, where includes experts in that platform, where they can bring from concept to all the way to manufacturable product in the market.
That's fantastic. And how did you get involved in that? How did it start?
Innovation Drive started to help everyday inventors where they don't have funds to bring their ideas to the market. So we work in Innovation Drive as a equity-based projects where they give away the equity of development, but to make a successful product, it has to be meaningful, it has to be marketable product, it has to have change lives of the person or user. That's the main reason behind these Innovation Drive projects. So we're helping those people who don't have funding available for them to bring their idea. They are, everyday inventors. They live in, maybe in a truck driver, or they are nurses. They may be a teacher who want to help. They see the problem in their field, but they come up with an idea, but they don't know how to commercialize those ideas into the market.
That sounds excellent. So essentially you're helping everyday people in Sydney who have a hardware idea, but maybe they don't have the resources, they don't have the facility to be able to make that into an actual product. So they would use you as a platform to be able to do that.
That's correct.
That's great. So where did your inspiration come from to start this?
I've been working in product development industry for 25 years. I work with a lot of bigger companies, and so many people approached me during that time with, I have limited budget, can you do it? And then whenever I said I'll do it, but they stop at certain point where, if they want to make it as a manufacturing, that's when the money starts flowing out. Moldings and die castings and sheet metal parts needs a lot of funding beforehand to go into the market, to make molds, to make tools. That's where they stop. And then whenever I ask them why you stop, then that's when, this is huge amount. I don't know whether this product going to be successful or not. So that's a risk they don't want to take. So we, as Innovation Drive, we de-risk those things and get to point where they have validated the market, they have validated the product, they have done all the CAD works and other things in by just giving away the equity, not the fundings. So only thing is remaining is manufacturing, where manufacturers don't work on equity. So that's where we set up a platform where they do a crowdfunding or VC funded, backed, or angel investors come in on board. They get the funding. We teach them how to get the manufacturing done, and that's what I'm here to find a partner so that they can do all those things required in manufacturing field to be partnered with our cohorts, our clients as well.
Okay, that's great. So actually what happens is they have the idea, and that's when they'd come to your platform, Innovation Drive, where you would supply them with the tools, the resources and the expertise to be able to put that to market. And once you've assisted them with the design, it would be then that you would look to help them manufacture that.
That's good.
And that's where you came across us, Haizol.
Haizol.
So how did you find out about us?
Since I've been working in this industry for 20 years, and then I come across Leslie from Haizol, and I went through the process of using them 2 years ago, using them for one of our clients as well. And they they're not just a contract manufacturers. They do quality, they do Haizol does quality management, exports management, and even going to the companies where it is get manufactured and check the quality itself at that time. That was very important for very important for my client. So even now they are still continually using them to get the products in contract manufactured here. So that's when I met Leslie and became quite good friends with him, and then talked to him how it's done everything. And then since then he said they raised a program as well to help do everything in house. That's what I was interested, so that my clients, these are new entrepreneurs, new startups. They don't have bigger facility to do their manufacturing. They don't have facility to do the assembly, the quality control. They are good at maybe marketing. They're good at talking to someone to raise funds. So that's why I'm here to get some partnership for Innovation Drive, so that we can help our clients as well.
I think that's a really important point you've touched on, is the fact that it's very time consuming and very costly for an individual, even a small company, to go out and source each individual part from potentially different manufacturers. And here at Haizol, you have all of that on one platform. You can come with a range of parts, and all of that will be produced in-house for you and assembled. So I think that's a really key point, which leaves the designer to do what he does best, which is essentially designing and all of the other important factors of a business. That's great. It does sound like you have the whole package for them. And you also are a partner with CAD, is that right?
Yeah,
so when someone joins you, they have the benefit of being able to use that to help them put their design into a manufacturable state. Is that right?
Yeah, we partnered as a part of a accelerator program, Sydney Hardware Incubator. We partnered with Dassault System, which is one of the biggest CAD software provider in the world, and they helping us, giving us 10 licenses, CAD licenses for all our cohorts, so that they can build the product from CAD for manufacturing. And not only manufacturing, for rendering and raise funds as well. Using those CAD softwares, they can render those products, raise funds, they can test with the customers, they can do prototypes, build the prototypes from CAD itself. And not only that, we can take those CADs and give it to the Haizol and make it production units, production manufacturable units from there. That's one of the partnership we looking into partner with. We are partnered with Dassault System, and we surely want to partner with Haizol as well.
That's great. So after the design stage, where they've used the CAD system, it will be prototyping, I presume. So is that done in-house, or do you outsource the prototyping initially?
In Sydney, we have a prototyping services, 3D CAD, 3D printers, we have laser marking machines, we have lathe and milling machines, 3D milling machines, and we have clay modeling machines as well. Hand clays and ceramics is done in-house, whereas we don't have expertise in mass manufacturing. That's where the Haizol comes in, we believe.
Right, yes, exactly. So we would come in at the point where it's ready for full production.
That's correct.
And when you're looking for a supplier, when your cohorts are looking for a supplier, what do you see as the most important factor? What do you look for?
It has to be cost effective and without compromising on the quality.
Right.
So that's the two major things we are looking for. Quality is the major component in our cohort, any product, because we invest so much equity, our time in that for an equity. So we need a quality product, and it has to be mass manufactured as well.
Of course, after the whole stage from the creator designing a project, all the hard work that's gone into it, of course, quality is a huge thing. And we at Haizol also consider this to be of very, very great importance when we produce. We have a lot of strict quality check and inspection before it gets shipped to the customer. So yeah, that's fantastic. And how would you compare sourcing in Australia to sourcing in China?
The manufacturing we have expertise in Australia, but the cost is very high.
Right.
uh, whereas the time is huge, long lead times. Whereas China is the fastest. I think we think that China is much more faster than, you know, the quicker you go to the market, the more market you can capture, and that's why the fast and quality is most important for us as well. So, and Haizol is one of the best suppliers so far for my clients. So why not? It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, totally agree. And yeah, we really appreciate the partnership so far with you, and we really look forward to continuing this partnership in the future.
I appreciate that.
So what would be your message to Haizol?
My message to Haizol is keep on doing what you're doing. It's very good so far. So far, it's a very good supply chain so far, and I think there is a lot of things need to be done, because a lot of startups are coming up now. A lot of startups are getting help in hardwares, and that's where the Haizol can grow much faster. And even they don't need to even look into the bigger companies. Smaller companies are doing much better nowadays than bigger established companies.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to cooperation next year. Thank you for joining us.